That is the biggest hindrance. Biggest hindrance is great background. Everybody feels I was colonel or vice president of some company, I was managing director of some company, because that ego which they carry, that they were big people once upon a time, they do not want to come down and mix with people. There's so much to learn from youngsters. They may not be having big educational background, but definitely their intellectual and intelligent quotients are very high. So if we put down our ego and then mix with them, forgetting our old position, then we will be able to lead a very happy life.
I know you must be waiting for this topic because so many people, they are literally unable to lead their life post retirement. So here we are going to discuss, because so many people, even people from army, defense, they also go into depression, and this is very common. It's not only for old citizens or senior citizens, but depression has been common for every age group people. So we have a wonderful person, a wonderful master, and one of my favorite person in my life. I call him daddy. So he got inspired from Mother Teresa as well. The love and affection he carried for people, for children, it's amazing. He got retired from steel plant Vizag as a GM. So without much delay, let's welcome daddy.
Thank you, Kavita.
How are you doing?
Excellent.
I'm seeing you from 3 years, and I always see you with the same energy, same vibe. How do you carry this affection and love and this much of energy?
That's a very interesting question, especially even I wonder sometimes how I am able to carry this much energy and love and everything. It's a cyclic process. I derive energy from others and I dissipate that energy which I derive.
Mhm.
And again that goes into the cycle. Then they're energized and they again in turn give me energy and again I dissipate the same energy. It happens. Suppose you are with a great master. Let's take for example our nearest great grandmaster Patriji. He, with his actions, with his movements, with his talk, he inspires and always shares his love. Whenever there is any event, any small event in somebody's house also, he'll wait for everybody to have their food. And then he'll keep asking. Suppose our photographer Raja is entering bit late. He will look at Raja and then he will ask, Raja, did you have your food? If he says no, or even if he doesn't say no, Raja, have your food? And after Raja has, he'll have his food. That is the care and love and affection which he has. When I am with such great people, I'm giving you example of Patriji. Like that, there are so many Gurujis, masters, from whom I've learned how to be caring, how to be affectionate, how to be loving. And that is our natural quality also, to be kind, to be in love, to be compassionate, to be caring. And once you are synchronizing with this quality, once you are into the aura of these great masters, you always vibe with these qualities only. You never deviate from these qualities. And also, if you take sattvic food, vegetarian sattvic food, which Patriji keeps on telling, harping on vegetarianism. Many masters are there, they talk about meditation, they talk about spirituality, but they don't stress the need of vegetarianism. Patriji stresses the need of vegetarianism into our daily life. So, with all this, combining everything together, we can lead a happy life. Once we are leading a happy life, automatically we sync with these great qualities like love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, caring, and all this. That's how I'm able to give my love, care for children. And once you are with children, they have tremendous energy. Instead of me spending most of my time with my age people, I love to spend more time with youngsters. Because Youngsters are always vibrant. They are always vibing with great energy. So once I am with them, I also imbibe or draw this energies, and then I dissipate the same energy into the society, which comes back to me.
Mhm.
It's a cyclic process.
That's really very, very beautiful, and it's really not that easy for other people. They are unable to lead their life in a right way. They are mostly into depression. If we say, even if I say people who are from great background, like defense or army, they usually go into depression if their children are not with them. So you said very well. And how do you really lead your life?
First, let me come back to your words. They come with great background. That is the biggest hindrance. Biggest hindrance is great background. Everybody feels I was colonel, I was major, I was captain or vice president of some company, I was managing director of some company. They do not want to come down
Hmm.
because that ego which they carry, that they were big people once upon a time, they do not want to come down and mix with people. If you are into spirituality, and again, if you follow Patriji's words, Sajjana Sangacham, that means being with good people, being with great people. Great people, I mean, I include youngsters also, because youngsters, they have more knowledge, more technology based, because we old people, generally we are outdated in terms of technology, in terms of our ideas, in terms of our thinking. The new generation can think faster, they can act faster, they can absorb new technologies. There's so much to learn from youngsters. They may not be having big educational background, but definitely their intellectual and intelligent quotients are very high. So if we put down our ego and then mix with them, forgetting our old position, then we will be able to lead a very happy life. Happy life is egoless life. Everybody has got ego, but we can bring it down day by day by mingling with people, especially young people.
So you said very well, to be happy. That is even lacking these days. So people, they are generally directionless. Even new generation, they are spending their time maybe, you know, in learning something, but they are lacking their family touch. So few things are definitely lacking in their life. As you said about leaving ego, that is very much tough. I believe, because that masculine energy, especially for gents, they are, they don't want to leave that thing. So what are the tips you would like to give people so that they can, you know, leave, they can let go their old things and they can start reliving their life?
So let me come back from your last words, egolessness. If you want to bring down on your ego, you have to have your daily life or daily moments or daily operations, whatever you do in your daily life, you have to do it with utmost awakening.
Mm.
Once you are awake, that means you are conscious about what you are doing. Then you know whether you are working with ego or not working with ego. Unconsciously, we do everything out of ego. Once you are conscious, you can easily drop ego. Because you are not conscious, you are unable to drop. If you are conscious about every moment in your life, you can easily drop your ego.
So ego, I think there are two types of ego: a good ego, bad ego. People normally, even women also, they have ego because these days they are also, you know, working. Earlier time, ladies were taking care of family or they were only homemakers mostly.
True.
But these days, that thing is missing somewhere. So how one can, you know, take care of entire thing, how they can balance their life, profession, and with utmost love and affection.
That's a very good point for discussion. Today's world, earlier it was joint families and mixed combined families like that. and there were grandparents to take care of the children, to impart their love and affection to the children, and they were growing very happily, easily. Now, with nucleus families, it has become very difficult to give attention, especially love and care to the children. And if you don't give them proper love and affection, they go astray. They are drawn into the society, things which we can easily cultivate. Mostly easily cultivable habits are bad habits. So, if children should not fall prey into these habits, parents consciously, after they come back from office, if both are working, they should be able to spend quality time with the children. At least spend an hour with them at the dining table or play with them. And morning also, all of you can sit together for meditation. Once you sit together for meditation, it so happens, because the entire cosmos is filled with one energy, one thought, one consciousness. And if you are in a closed room, children and parents, they can feel each other's thoughts and they can easily get transformed. So that is my feeling.
Yeah, very well said. Very beautifully you said, and that is very much important. What should we learn from our young age so that as we started our discussion with, post retirement life, and that is generally, depressed state for people. Generally, women, they are mostly depressed if their children are not with them, as and if they didn't have a good life with their husband, or both, not only women. So either they are into complaining state or negative thought, or they are alone or they feel lonely. What could be the remedies so that they can learn from early age and they can lead their life better after 50 or 60?
From early age, if you enter spirituality, that is meditation and vegetarianism, which Patri sir keeps on insisting, and also read quality books, Swajayam, and be with great people, in the aura of great people, Sajjana Sangacham. So, with this, you are developing good qualities. Even after retirement, the same thing gets carried forward, be it women or men, immaterial whether they are married or not married. Even if they are married, after certain age, freedom. Earlier, some people, wife may dominate on husband, husband may dominate on wife. After 60, they ease out a bit. So, they give each other freedom, because by that time their wisdom also grows, their understanding between the partners, they grow. With that understanding, they don't adjust, they understand people, each other, and allowed to live in their freedom. And they should better utilize this freedom, not sitting at home and watching TV or using your mobile or sleeping. Instead, they should learn to travel, and then they should mix with another kind of people. Same, suppose I am an Andhraite. I should not hang around always with Andhraite. I should move around to North India or Western India or Eastern India, learn their culture, appreciate their cuisine, cooking, and there are so many things to learn. And till your last breath, you can learn different languages and different culinary arts. Like our Raja, though he knows so many things, he is a good electrician, he is a good plumber, he is a good photographer, he is a good cook, and he is able to dress himself and carry himself very nicely. So, I have learnt several things from Raja. Like that, since I am citing this example because Raja is close by, otherwise I keep on learning from so many people, including you. So, learning, we should not forget that we are learners always. Once we know that we are learners, there is no time limit for that. Till your last breath, you can learn, and learning gives you so much of happiness, because you know that something I've learned new today. So that gives you a spark, and an energy, and so on and so forth.
Self motivation,
Self,
definitely.
correct.
Because yeah, at any age we can learn, and because people stop their learning after a certain age if they follow the same pattern, just going to office, coming back, eating, sleeping, and they don't want to explore. So that is the wrong thing. And as small kids, they always keep learning, they'll always exploring new thing, they'll yeah, so that is really wonderful thing. So wonderful, Daddy. And as you are also learning, or I think you have completed journalism after your retirement, right?
Right.
So, what was the reason? What was the inspiration behind it?
If I thought I have been coming to PMC, Pyramid Meditation Channel, this is also part of journalism. I
Right.
mean, it's through media we are carrying our whatever we want to tell to the world. So I thought if I do journalism, I may be of some help to PMC. That was at my back of my mind.
Mhm.
Apart from that, journalism, if you combine journalism and spirituality, you can take spirituality into higher heights,
Right.
and the vision of our
Patriji.
Grand Master Patriji sir is to spread meditation, vegetarianism, Sajjana Sangacham, and Swadhyayam to the entire world. How is it possible? Through journalism, means through media, through digital media. Recently, about 2 months back, we have started digital PMC digital media also.
Mm-hmm.
So through this PMC digital media, where we are able to take experiences and various knowledge from people all over the world. Instead of through PMC, it has been limited. Through PMC digital media, we have gone leaps and bounds, and I am sure it will take uh, in few years, within 10 years, what Patriji was visualizing, we will be able to reach the target of spreading spirituality and throughout the world. And this media is nothing but part of journalism. That's
Mm.
how journalism will help to grow spirituality in a very broad-based manner across the globe.
So that's wonderful. Could you please elaborate journalism in a brief, how it works and how one can learn easily if somebody is not from journalism background also. Even I didn't come from journalism background, but how to learn it faster and how can we work on this field for spirituality especially?
Yeah, journalism, I have going through this course through Andhra University, but not necessarily. Only if you want to attain a degree or a certificate, you may have to go through the university. But if you want to attain the knowledge, you need not go to any university. There are many means to know what is journalism, how it will affect or it will take spirituality across the globe. You can go through many sites which are available through Google or now artificial intelligence and meta AI, that is meta artificial intelligence. You can throw questions, n number of questions to chat GPT or meta AI. You will get answers. From those answers, you can further do research, and then you can yourself, any individual can himself or herself learn how to propagate spirituality with the knowledge of journalism. Learning yourself, you need not go to a university or a college to learn all this. Everything is available on your palm top.
Very true, very true. So, according to you, what is exactly spirituality?
Being simple, being happy, being joyful, being lovable, being caring towards others, forgiving others, being patient. These are all qualities of spirituality, and you should try to consciously imbibe these qualities, or these qualities are inbuilt in you. You should only recognize those qualities and carry forward instead of harping on other qualities like anger, hatred. Once you start concentrating and focusing on these natural qualities, automatically the other bad qualities will go away.
And I always felt that all these qualities you have, and that is something you don't need to speak about your aura or energy. One can easily understand, and they can, recognize, and they just come to you. So I think you have more than 3,000 to 4,000 children now, and they all are equally interested, and they want to meet you always. They love to spend their time equally. Generally, maybe young people, they are, they want to learn, but they don't want to spend their time with uh, old people. You are not old, obviously. You are very young. So, what is the thing that inspired them from you?
Though you very humbly said I am not old, let me be very frank. With age for this physical body, I am pretty old. Okay. But I become one with the children. That is very important. You understand them, you understand their ideologies, you should understand their interests, you should understand what they talk. They'll talk about food, they'll talk about love, they'll talk about infatuation, they'll talk about so many things. You become one with them. Then they will invite you and they'll try to spend more time with you. If you give lectures to them, nobody bothers nowadays. They have enough lectures at home and from the society. First, you have to be in tune with them. Once you are in tune with them, then automatically they'll accept you. And how do you attract people? You are saying that wherever there are events, you go to those events and be with them. And mostly today's generation, they want to always enjoy. They want to be at the peak of joy, having fun, chilling out. That's the common word, the new trend. Hey, what to do? Hey, let's chill out, man. That's what they say. Let's jive and do something. So you should be ready to chill out with them. You should be ready to dance with them. You should be ready to, trek with them. You should be ready to go cycling with them. You should be ready to at least walk, if not jog with them. These things, if you cultivate and be with them, they are ready to mix with you and they'll forget what age you are because they only love your company and if you love them, they also in turn will love you. Because even as children, we know there's a lot of age gap between our grandparents and us. In spite of that age gap, we still love them because they show the same affection, love. We love more than our parents, our grandparents. At least
That's
I
true.
used to love my grandparents more
That's
than
true.
my parents.
That's absolutely true, because after a certain age, grandparents,
They have more wisdom.
they have more wisdom, they have more experience, and they don't really want to be as a parents, because they have already experienced that life. And after a certain age, they love children more, and that is why children also, they love grandparents more than their parents. So if parents can understand this thing, then this gap between parents and children can be
Minimized or will become narrow and
yes,
almost
yes,
zero.
yeah.
Let
And
us also remember one line: love begets love. Immaterial of the age, love will beget love. That's why we can vibe even with elderly people because if they show love and affection, you will also reciprocate the same way.
correct.
So, love begets love is very, very important in our life. So, just because you are an old person, elderly person, you should not always dictate terms. Even if you want to say or convey something to them, convey through love here. Why do you shout at them or do anything like that? So, and one more thing, to stay connected with so many people, you wish them at least on one day in a year. That is on that birthday.
Wow.
And whenever you go to them, children, they expect something from elderly people, something, some small gifts, give them some
Chocolates.
chocolates, Give them something else which they like that chocolate, ice creams, or the things which children like, and some small gifts also you can give. It may not be very expensive.
Yeah.
It should convey that your love and concern for them. Arey, daddy has brought this small thing for me which I like. Let it be a greeting card, let it be even a pencil of a different quality. So these things, they make a difference in the long run. That's how children will remember you. When I was a kid, my grandfather used to come and I used to see him in the street taking a turn. First, I will not look at my grandfather's face. I will look at what he's carrying for me behind his back. Then the moment I see him, I go and grab what. So that is there, you know. So
Yeah.
you should never feel shy to carry. People, they want to carry gifts, but they feel shy. You should never feel shy. And you should visit quite often. Physical, you may talk over phone, you may do so many things, but physical visiting definitely helps. I went all the way to Solapur not to attend our PMC event. That is only a bahana. I wanted to see one girl, Bhavna, who has given birth to a small child on
Wow.
April 9th. So that gives them happiness and gives me also happiness. In turn, happiness multiplies happiness.
So these days, when people they don't really have time for their own people, their blood relation, and they're lacking, and that's why that gap is increasing day by day. And you really shown a beautiful way to be connected to people, and the way you have lead. I mean, I have seen so far. It's really wonderful. So at last, I want to know one more thing, that is your takeaway from Mother Teresa. I mean, women, they easily carry love, affection, and that polite and humble natures toward kids, towards people. But men generally, they don't carry that, which I feel because of their maybe their experience or their masculine energy or whatever you say. So, what you really learned from Mother Teresa? And
First of all, we'll come back to Mother Teresa positively. Before that, let me talk about women. Women basically they're created by the nature and they carry love because women deliver children into this world. A child, whether knowingly or unknowingly, is always stuck to the mother
yes,
in childhood, and they child also looks for love through physical touch, and mother gives this physical touch to the child. A child who is deprived of physical touch in childhood, they exhibit lot of, I mean, violence and cruelty and other thing. Those who have gone through this physical touch with the mother, they don't exhibit these qualities. And mother automatically, she knows very well that nobody will care for the child other than her. So that is inbuilt in her nature. So mother gives a hug and she allows the baby or also to suckle her breasts for her bodily needs or the baby's needs. So with this mutual love, mother is the embodiment of love. So that's how she has more patience, more caring nature, more this thing than men. Men, they do not have this quality so much because it is not in their nature, built in nature. So we cannot blame men, we can blame only the creation.
yes, but if somebody want to imbibe it, if somebody, I mean, I've seen so many people. If I say just example of yours, so you, if somebody want to really learn and do that thing, if they really want to convey love, they can do that. So it's a matter of even choice.
True, madam, it's a matter of choice. It's a matter of learning. You can observe mother and you can develop much more better qualities than even mother.
Mother, true.
True. And coming to Mother Teresa, She has been, if you, I don't know whether you have noticed in my house, don't hang anything over the walls, even calendar. But Mother Teresa's photograph is there in my bedroom. As soon as I get up, a first person whom I see is Mother Teresa's photo. She's very inspiring because she has come from some faraway country, and the way she has worked in Kolkata for the leprosy hit elders and beggars, and it's quite inspiring. I've been to those places in Calcutta also. So when she can do, coming from other country, why not me? At least not to that extent, at least to a small extent. Being in love with children, being caring. So that's how slowly I'm developing myself. Not that one day everything happens. You can consciously develop yourself. And one day or other, before you close your eyes, you can become Mother Teresa and close peacefully and happily.
So touchy, so inspiring. Thank you, Daddy, for this beautiful, uh, you know, experience sharing with all of us, with our audience. They may really relate and they may understand. I mean, people, they keep meeting you, but we don't know whether you discuss all these things or not. But these things are really very much eye-opening. And at last, what are the principles you carry in your life?
Just be simple and be down to earth, madam. Be it any situation. Suppose it's Patri sir is one example. Be like a yogi. If you have something to enjoy the materialistic comforts in a particular day, enjoy them. You want to, you're given an opportunity to travel by flight, or you're given accommodation in a five-star hotel, enjoy it. And next day, if you have to travel by a bullock cart, with the same happiness, with the same state of mind, you travel there, and you have to sleep somewhere on a platform also, you sleep, because your state of mind is very important for being happy. You want to enjoy the materialistic comforts given by others, don't deny it. Have that also.
That's why you're so simple. If you are hungry, you simply ask for food, and that is something inspiring. One more, I mean, again, definitely. Thank you,
Thank you.
Daddy, for
Thank you.
coming, and thank you for sharing your experiences, your learnings, your takeaways in your life. It may definitely help people, and it definitely helped me in my personal life.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
understanding.
Thank you,
Thank you
Daddy.
once again.
Thank you. Friends, there is nothing to advise at last. I hope you loved it and you understood so many things. And as you love Daddy, you know his qualities, his nature. So, for youngsters, for Daddy's children, it's a direct message from him. But people who are into late age or post retirement, they can start living their life from now. They can start, new things. They can start learning new things. So you can start traveling. There are so many people in your life you might have met once and you felt their nature is really very nice. You can go and meet them simply. So start traveling, start exploring your life. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching this episode. Please like, share, subscribe to MC English, and thank you one more time.